Today, we will be talking about a famous chapter, A Letter to God. A Letter to God is a famous short story by G.L. Fuentes. The story is about Lencho, a poor farmer who has complete faith in God. It shows how strong faith can give a person hope, but it also presents an interesting example of irony. Lencho was a hard-working farmer who lived with his family in a small house on the top of a low hill. From his house, he could see his fields clearly. His entire life depended on the crops he grew. He was waiting eagerly for rain because his cornfield needed water. One day, Lencho looked at the sky and saw dark clouds gathering. He felt happy because he believed that rain would bring a good harvest. Soon, the rain began to fall. At first, Lencho was very pleased. He compared the raindrops to silver coins because he believed that the rain would bring him a good harvest and financial security. His children also enjoyed the rain. Lencho watched the fields with great happiness because he expected his crops to grow well. However, the weather suddenly changed. The rain became a terrible hailstorm. Huge hailstones began falling from the sky. The storm continued for a long time and completely destroyed Lencho's crops. The cornfield was ruined, and the plants were covered with ice. After the storm ended, Lencho looked at his field and became extremely sad. All his hopes of getting a good harvest had disappeared. Lencho knew that his family would have nothing to eat and that he would have no money to survive. However, despite this terrible situation, he did not lose his faith in God. He believed that God could see everything and would certainly help him. Lencho had complete confidence that God would not allow his family to suffer. After thinking about his situation, Lencho decided to write a letter to God. He asked God to send him 100 pesos so that he could buy seeds and continue farming. He also needed some money to survive until the next crop. Lencho wrote the letter with complete faith and addressed it simply to God. When the postman saw the letter, he was surprised and amused. He took it to the postmaster. At first, the postmaster laughed when he saw that the letter was addressed to God. But after reading it, he became deeply impressed by Lencho's strong faith. He did not want Lencho's faith in God to be destroyed. The postmaster decided to help Lencho. He collected money from his employees and contributed part of his own salary. However, he could collect only 70 pesos, not the 100 pesos that Lencho had requested. The postmaster put the money inside an envelope and sent it to Lencho. He signed the letter as God, so that Lencho would believe that the money had really come from God. The following Sunday, Lencho went to the post office. He was not surprised when he received the envelope containing money. He was completely confident that God would answer his prayer. When he counted the money, however, he found only 70 pesos. Instead of being grateful to the postmaster and the employees, Lencho became angry. Lencho believed that God could never make a mistake. Therefore, he assumed that someone at the post office must have stolen the remaining 30 pesos. He wrote another letter to God and asked him to send the remaining money. He specifically requested that God should not send it through the post office because, according to Lencho, the post office employees were dishonest. The ending of the story is humorous and ironic. The very people who had helped Lencho were the same people he accused of stealing his money. The postmaster and his employees had shown kindness and generosity, but Lencho could not recognize their goodness because of his blind faith and suspicion. The central theme of A Letter to God is faith. Lencho has extraordinary faith in God. Even after losing everything, he does not give up hope. His faith gives him the courage to face his difficult situation. At the same time, the story shows that faith without understanding can sometimes become blind faith. Another important theme is human kindness. The postmaster does not know Lencho personally, yet he helps him because he respects his faith. He collects money from others and gives Lencho whatever he can manage. This shows that human beings can sometimes become instruments of kindness and hope for others. The story also contains strong irony. Lencho believes that God has sent him money, but the money actually comes from the postmaster and his employees. Even more ironically, Lencho calls these same people dishonest. The reader knows the truth, while Lencho does not. This creates both humor and sadness. Lencho's character is simple, hardworking, innocent, and deeply religious. He is also somewhat naive, because he cannot imagine that people could help him. His faith in God is so strong that he never questions God's ability to help him. The postmaster, on the other hand, is kind, generous, and compassionate.